Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a listing agreement for sale. You're going to need two things. You're going to need the dot loop and you're going to need the IMAP. IMAP is the public records for properties. Here you can find information about each property. So once you have the dot loop open, you will have to find your login instructions depending on which dot loop you're going to use. Once you have it open, you're going to add loop. For the heck of the example, I'm going to put test, and I'm using the location of our office as an example. So I would usually put the property address as the title. Like this, you can open it if you click it directly here, and here on templates you can go to personal, and we would already have it done for you. If you search here sale, that's the first one is going to appear. Be sure that is the exclusive right of sale listing agreement. Once you select it, you can copy it and it will be imported. You can once it's imported, it's going to show up here. You can open it and it's going to ask you a few things. Autofill is the best thing because it's just faster. So now is where we have to go to IMAP. In IMAP, you're going to search the property. Right now I'm searching our office, so I'm gonna search, I'm gonna put the address that I already know. You would put it here where it says property address, and you would put as much as you know of the property of the address. And here, if that's a case that you're looking for an apartment, then you can look here in one of these sections. You can look it up and it's property unit, and you can use that. In this case, I'm just going to look for the whole building, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start the search. Immediately you can see that here you can see the property, here you can see the current owner. You can see a lot of information about this property that I'm not going into right now, but you can see for yourself another time. So seller is going to be the current owner. So I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to copy it. You can copy it with Command C, or you can copy it directly through here with right click, and you can copy. If you go here to the seller, again in dot loop, you can go to seller one. You're going to add person, and you're going to add the owner's name. You also need an email, because once they need to sign, it's going to go send it directly to their email and they can sign it electronically. In this case, I'm not going to add anything. Once you have the seller already in it, you can add another seller if the property is owned by two people. In this case, it's only owned by one company, so you don't really have to do that. Listing agent is going to be, in this case, Nivaldo, but it would be whoever's listing the property. And then you have to put the address here. So I start putting the address, and it should autofill it automatically, and it will autofill for you. Listing information, I usually, on the listing date, I usually do it a day after, or sometimes 2 days after, depending on situation. It really doesn't matter. You can even put it on the same date. In this case, I'll put it for the next date, and then expiration date, we usually do 6 to 7 months. So you would count from today, which is September. I will count 7 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will be April, and it's usually the same day. I put it on the 15th of April. The original price, probably Nivaldo or the seller will let you know how much they want to list their property for. In this case, I'm just gonna put, I don't know, $1 million. I'm sure it's not worth that. It's worth more than that, but it's just an example. Then it's gonna ask you for legal description. Legal description you can find again on IMAP. Here where it says legal description, you can copy, and you can paste it here, and it autofills. That's why I like autofill, because you don't have to do anything else after this. Here you can put if there's a tenant in the property, or if there's no tenant in the property. That would be depending on what the seller tells you. You're gonna sign each page with the listing agent. In this case, it's going to be Nivaldo Soria, so I just go through it and I start signing. Here in number 8 is when you see the commission. The listing agent would probably tell you how much is in this case, Nivaldo Soria will probably tell you how much he wants to charge per commission. This one is the one that's going to charge if there's no other agent involved. It's normally 6%, but this can change. It could be 5, it could be 4, I don't know. This time I'm going to put 6. And then here, again, you sign. You don't have to really look at anything here after that. Here, in additional terms, is where you can have, if the property is sold by listing agents and no other agent is involved, then it reduces to 5%. Again, this could be 4, this could be 3, depending on what Nivaldo will tell you. Again, we sign it at the end, and that's it. Once everything's signed and everything's filled up, you can save and share with the seller. This would immediately send it to the seller and they can sign it electronically.